Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got Cletus Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show. Cletus Cassidy Show. Already know Mr. Funny Man. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show.
Good morning. Well, I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna start all over again because I was muted the whole time. Welcome to See You in the Morning. My horrible idea to get up every morning and give y'all way too much of my personal business, and sometimes muted, sometimes very, very muted. I don't even know why I was muted. But welcome to another edition of See You in the Morning. My horrible idea to get up every morning to give y'all way too much of my personal business. I am, of course, your host, Cletus Cassidy. Can't even lie to you. Today was I ain't feel like it day. Today was a day that I just didn't feel like it. But I'm here. I pressed through and gave y'all the show because y'all deserve it. You deserve it. So I went ahead and gave y'all as much of the show as I possibly can. If this is your first time hearing this, you're about to experience something so cold. If you've been here before and you found out Robert to come back, I appreciate you because you could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me. And that makes me feel good on all my inward parts. Now, if you never watched this show, there are particular things. There's a particular order. Now, it is an out of control experience, mostly, for the most part. It is just who knows what's gonna happen. But I do try to have a little bit of order to what I do on the show. So the first thing I do on the show is I speak to everybody that speaks to me. And I start that off by giving out what I call the mythical morning medals. And those are just a little way of me saying, hey man, thank you. It's just a way of me thanking the first 4 people that come on the show. So let me get those out today. Come in an aluminum fourth this morning is Lisa Bazemore Bishop, the nasty lady. Miss Lisa Bazemore Bishop, good morning to you. Bronze medal this morning goes to TT, Tiny and Tasty, Miss Crystal Pennell. Courtney Weston and Murphy, good morning. We ain't seen you in quite a while. Good morning. Thank you so much for being in here, winning the silver this morning and holding down her position as the gold medalist. Melissa M. Kuther like Luther. I don't know if you got an automatic auto on. Y'all better hope that she goes back to work. That's the only way anybody else is gonna get a gold medal because Melissa is winning that gold every time. Pop, pop, pop. Gold medalist. She is the Usain Bolt of tuning in to this show. So thank you so much. Melissa with the gold, Courtney with the silver, TT, Tiny and Tasty, the bronze, Lisa with the aluminum. Good job. Ida Seaborn, good morning. Tam, good morning, beautiful people. And again, I just don't appreciate you leaving the ugly people out. Those are us who of the ugly delegation. We appreciate being spoken to as well. You can say hi to us too. Dolores, good morning. Hey, Ma, good morning to you this morning. I'm going to say, I got one more day. Monday, I'll be at work. You got the holdovers. Y'all holding over. Y'all that one group that is holding over and not putting them kids in school yet. Chesapeake kids is just holding off. Patricia Pippin, good morning. I think I wonder though. I wonder as an overall feeling, just at good morning, Tisha. As an overall feeling, And I can ask you, do you prefer the later or earlier? When you start talking about teachers and getting in there, let's line dance. That's my wife's line dance twin. They got superpowers. They get together. They're the Ets. And they get together and then they line dance. They are line dance twins. I never knew it could happen. I never knew you would find your line dance partner. But if my wife had a line dance partner, that's it right there. Now I know some people are gonna get upset that line dance, that are in her line dance gang, but her and those two, they dance alike. They got t-shirts made. It's a whole thing. They are dance partners. One of them be like, I got it, you got it. And they when they teach line dance, they tag each other in. They are the kid and play of line dance. So big shout out to Let's Line Dance, my wife's true significant other. When you got to school, would you prefer to go earlier or later? And so you prefer to go earlier and get out earlier, go in August, get out in May, or just be like, you know what, give me September to June. Give me September to June. I think I would rather do the August to May, because I know I'm gonna be able to get out for Labor Day. I know y'all ain't gonna make us labor on Labor Day, so I think I'm gonna let it get out. I think you get it. Then look at people. I named them the Ets. Okay, all right. So what? Who cares who named them what? They the Ets. They the Ets. They the kid and play a line dance. I like at the beginning, but not at the end of the year. I got you. Jeffrey Jones says 109 degrees in Waxahachie. That is ridiculous. There's absolutely no reason. There's absolutely no reason for y'all to be having 109 degree weather. And I know everything is bigger in Texas, but 109 degrees is ridiculous. 109 degrees. There's absolutely no reason for that. Well, there's no reason for it to be that hot and it not be Africa. When we start thinking about it being that hot, it's got to be Africa. It's got to be. There's no reason for anywhere in America to be 109 degrees at this time of the morning. So in Texas right now, it's what? It's 7 o'clock in the morning. There's no way I'm doing anything in life if it's 109 degrees at 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm letting you know that right now. Whatever's happening outside ain't got nothing to do with me. Whatever it is, when I find out, when I turn on my Doppler radar and I find out it's 109 degrees outside, anything that's happening outside is not happening for me. Just like the two extremes I got is I might go outside if it's 100, but anything over 100, not going outside. 0, not going outside. If I turn on my Doppler radar and it's 0 degrees outside, can't go. What's going on, Juno Star? If I go and I look at my Doppler and it says 0, can't go outside. Over 100, not going outside. Patricia, here's the thing about hot. And while we would all love to rock around in the nude, we would love to see it. It's a good time. I'm sure everybody enjoy you walking around, just flash dancing. I'm sure everybody would love that. You can't get no cooler. It don't matter how naked you are, you can't get no cooler. That's why I'm a fan of cold weather over hot. I think everybody prefers fall. Fall is perfect. Light sweater or light jacket is my favorite time to dress. That's cool. You get away. It's hoodie season. That's the best time of the year. This is a Norfolk Tide tat, Juno. But I'm gonna just say this: if you can be butt naked and hot, it don't matter how naked you are, 109 degrees, you're not gonna be no cooler. You can walk out there, areolas to the world. You're gonna be hot. Give me cold. Because once it gets cold, I can put on more clothes. I can put on clothes until I get hot. I can put on more clothes until I get hot. What I can't do is take off clothes until I get cool. You can't. Hot is hot. It don't matter what you do. You can be in a pool, be like, I can just get in the pool when it gets hot. And so now half of you is hot and half of you is cool. That pool don't cool you down. You still in there rotisserizing. All you doing is crock potting yourself. You sitting there, you can sit right there in that pool and crock pot. Juno Salsa, you can put a big North Face on. Absolutely. You can cool yourself off. I mean, you can heat yourself up. You're not gonna cool. You can sit there and pant like a dog. Dogs don't have sweat glands. That's why they keep their tongue out their mouth. That's how they cool themselves off. You're not gonna do it. You're sitting there slow boiling yourself. Next time I go to the pool, I know during times of racism, when they didn't want black people in the pool, they would throw a little bleach in the pool. Next time I go to the pool and it's super hot and I see all y'all in there pretending to cool off, I'm just throw some onion soup mix in there. I'm throw onion soup mix in there. Like, there you go. I'll take the heat. Cold is too much of an inconvenience. You can use them on ice. Cold ain't the inconvenience. Ice is the inconvenience. And if we want to be racial about it, it's the black ice. You can't have it your way. It's gonna be something. Ice is the issue. And I'm gonna give it to you, LeBaron. You up in the Chicago, Indiana region where it gets cold and it gets cold. It's real cold. Yeah, I'm throwing some onion soup mix right there in the thing. I'm gonna see all them people in there, throw some onion soup mix in there and see how y'all turn out. I'm gonna let y'all flavor yourself. I know it's a different cold there. Right where we are, it's a temperate cold. Like, it don't snow. We don't get 90 degrees. I can take the cold. I may not like what comes with cold. Let's say that. I enjoy a good snow, but people can't do it. Juno Star says Chicago got that wind. That Chicago wind is different. Indiana snow is different. When you in the mountains of Bush, Denver, Colorado, and places in Utah where you're gonna get 1.5 feet, 3 feet of snow, that's a different type of snow. But that's not the cold. That's the snow. That snow ain't nothing. It's nothing but frozen rain. Snow ain't nothing but candy coated raindrops. So you get all that snow in there. That's what you got a problem with. That's the inconvenience of snow. But just regular cold, ain't nothing wrong with just regular cold. When my wife and I were on a cruise, we went into the room and they had a room on the boat, an ice bar. The bar was an ice bar. They kept that bar at, I think, 0 degrees, if I'm not mistaken. It was an ice bar. Everything in there was frozen. The furniture was frozen. Everything in there frozen. Everything frozen. I was fine in there. I was in there doing a Dougie, twerking. Give me cold. I would rather go in there than to be out there on that deck when it was hot. I can't do it. And then heat changes you color. It's crazy. Subarctic air and frozen pipes got to take 10 minutes layering just to go around the corner. No, give me the heat. All right. And that's your choice. That's your choice. I don't know why everybody's pipes are freezing. You should run some drop that water in there. Something overnight. I'm fine with it. I'm gonna figure it out. Give me. I'm not trying to take it as far as give me liberty or to give me death, but give me cold over hot. Give me cold over hot. Got random Uno cards here. I was just playing Uno the other day. I was playing against somebody, some one-on-one Uno. I won 7 out of 8 games because I'm an Uno master. And we were playing Uno Flip. You know, they got so many Unos now. That Uno No Mercy, Uno Flip. If you got to play Uno, which Uno are you playing? Which Uno are you playing? This is just regular. This is just straight out of Spain. They got a couple of extra. You can create your own wild cards. This could be a wild draw, 1,000 if you wanted to be. Uno be doing the most. Uno is, and here's what I gotta give Monopoly. Monopoly and Shoots and Ladders, Trouble, they ain't changed up. They've been who they are forever. Uno keeps changing. Uno got a good thing going. Uno got a good thing going. When you pull this out right here, this is a party right here. This is a party and a fight all in its own. I had the oldest New Year's Eve I ever had in my life this year. This year, went to a friend's house. I think I had a gig. After my gig, went to a friend's house, and we sat there and played Uno until after 12. It was the oldest New Year's Eve I ever had in my life. I felt like a golden girl. But you pull one of these out, it's both a fight and a party. Chris Wilson said, give me just regular, basic Uno. Regular, basic Uno. You got to play it. Fernita says, regular Uno. Kels Morton says, Uno comes with disrespect. And it should. It should. Uno keeps changing it up. We already do the most with Uno. You go to people's house, you got to figure out what kind of Uno house they are. Uno is worse than spades. Spades ain't going to get but a couple of variations of spades. You ain't going to get but a couple of variations of spades. Spades, you're going to play Joker, Joker, Deuce. You're going to play Ace High. That's about it. Some people play Joker, Joker, Deuce. Some people play Joker, Joker, two of diamonds, whatever. Like, you're going to have some variations. But spades is always going to be spades. Uno, you never know what you're going to get until you get into that house. Now, I'm okay with stacking. I'm okay with stacking. Now, here's what I'm okay with my stacking. Here's a blue 8. This blue 8, we're gonna go ahead and get this and get this done right now. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the greatest actresses of our time, Natalie Baker's in the building. Sometimes she's a little wild with her sports takes, but she's one of the best actresses in the world. And I give her credit for being a woman in a male-dominated field. She has her own sports show that she does. Women don't normally do it, but it is great to see that she's out there talking sports. She be a little crazy sometimes, but she talks sports. Uno is about to get me divorced, as it should. If we got this 8, you can play another 8. You can play a blue 8, yellow 8, green 8, whatever. You can play as many 8s as you want. I'm okay with that. That's fine when we stacking. I'm okay with you stacking in that way. I want to get to where we got a problem. This is where the problem starts. And this is where we run into problems. When you got this right here, this is a draw 2. What up, Kay? My man K-Sound in the building. When you got this here, we need to come up to a universal understanding. When you get one of these right here, the only thing you can throw on this is another one of these. Your house is in disarray. If you feel like you can throw anything else on here, here you go. I got a yellow one. I can throw this yellow one on top. So you play a draw 2, bam. And I'd be like, hey, yo, here go a yellow. Now you drawing 4. Somebody else draw another one up there, bam, they drawing 6. I'm okay with that. What you can't do is go here. Even in stacking, you can't go here. You can't put a draw 4 on a draw 2. If you're allowing that in your home is in disarray. You cannot place a draw 4 on a draw 2. The draws have got to be even. You got to have the same draws. You can't be throwing different draws on each other. You can't have different draws. All your draws got to be the same. Hun, no mismatched draws.
You need Pooh here for that conversation because
no,
is the Uno guru.
No mismatched draws. No, you ain't got to ask nobody nothing. You can't put a 4 on a 2. And here goes K-Son talking about a draw 4 should be able to go on the top of a draw 2. Why? That's a whole different draw. Those are different draws. You putting Haynes on top of Fruit of the Loom. You got to keep your draws the same. You putting Haynes on top of Fruit of the Loom. No way. Here you go. You can draw every draw in the book. I live for the disarray. No, that's wrong. You living wrong. You're living foul, LeBaron. You can't.
Absolutely.
And she's absolutely wrong.
Having a Uno discussion on the podcast.
You are absolutely wrong. People got to stop treating the draw 4 like a joker. The draw 4 is the big that's the big joker. But you can't throw it on a 2. Where you going? Oh, so you just gonna leave out the house? You just gonna leave out? But you gonna leave out? You just gonna leave? Huh?
Don't try to show out because you're on this show.
Oh no, because you know what it is. You can't just be walking out the house with your back out.
I went walking this morning. Oh my God. Really? Fix your face, honey.
But why are you going to the store with your back out?
I got it on Burt's too, so.
Yeah, I hate those.
Yeah. So
I can't stand a burn. Listen, ladies, if you want to get on the question just came on. She got on clothes today.
That's because you keep calling me out on the show.
And it's also fit check time.
Who said that?
She got her back out today. I don't know what's wrong with. Look at her. Why is she going out with her back out?
It's a workout
to the store.
You know what?
To the store with her back out.
Do you need anything, honey?
I don't think so. I think I might. I don't understand it. I would tell y'all another thing. I hate a Birkenstock. I don't know if y'all ladies enjoy Birkenstocks, but those is prison shoes. If you walk around here, I'm telling you right now, your man may not say anything about it, but you throw them Birkenstocks on, he disagrees. He can't stand a Birkenstock. That is the ugliest shoe. And take this. It took me a while. I don't own any, but I can at least accept Crocs. I can accept a pair of Crocs. What I can't accept is Birkenstocks. I think those are the ugliest shoes ever. Y'all can try to. I just think they're ugly. I don't know who they German. What do the Germans know about shoes? And y'all will be out there wearing them. It's just a horrible shoe. They comfortable. Nobody cares about their comfort. Nobody cares about the comfort level of them. And I'm pretty sure they are comfortable. They are horrible. Unless they start paying me to promote Birkenstocks. They are terrible. This right here, this is a horrible shoe. What is it? What is it made out of? Wine corks? This is a horrible shoe. Crocs have come up in life. I'm gonna tell you, when Crocs first hit the scene, I was anti-Croc. I was completely and utterly anti-Croc when Crocs first hit the scene. And now I can at least accept the Croc. But Birkenstocks, no, I can't do it. It looked like they ought to sell them in IKEA. It looked like Birkenstocks look like they should be sold in IKEA and you should put them together yourself. They may not be the most attractive, but they are so comfortable. I'm just telling y'all now, for that comfort, you look crazy. You look ridiculous. You look ridiculous in your comfort. Is all I'm telling you. All I'm saying is you look ridiculous in your comfort. Now, let me get to the topic of today's show. Today's show, if you tuned in, if you saw it online or whatever, today's show, the title of today's show is I got attacked, almost got in a fight with Wesley Snipes last night. Wesley Snipes is I believe, an underrated actor. He's one of the better actors of our time, I think. I'm not 100% sure. If we can keep it 100, as the young people say, I'm not exactly sure how good of an actor Wesley Snipes is. Have you ever looked at somebody and you want to say, oh, they're a good actor, but you haven't really seen them do any good acting? I can't honestly say that I've ever seen Wesley Snipes play a good role. Like, he was in New Jack City, but was he really a good actor as Nino Brown? Y'all name me a role that Wesley Snipes was in where you were like, man, that's some good acting. You tell me a role where you say, yeah, Wesley Snipes played a good job in there. Y'all are cracking me up about these these burger stops. They look like biblical times. They look like they should come with a grill and a pack of cigarettes. You can't say there's a movie that he's been in a lot of movies. Yes. He was not. I like Blade. He was not a good actor in Blade. He was not a good actor in Blade. He was in Blade, but he was not a good actor. We go back to that Wesley Saves Marvel because Blade was just a good film. The concept of Blade was good. Blade 1, Blade 2, Blade 3, Blade 8, even more Bladier. But you still ain't found a movie where you were like, that was good acting. He was bad. He was a bad, just like, I'm going to tell you, I'll say this. None of the Batmans have been good actors. We can watch all the Batman films and you can say you like one Batman more than you like the other one, but ain't none of them been good actors, especially not when they put on the Batman suit and their voice changed. I'm Batman. Where's the Joker? Who are you? I'm like, what are they doing? Out of all the technology Batman got, he ain't got something that he could just put on his throat like they do on Mission Impossible and change his voice. You got to sit there and use Lady Tender Husk. Tell me where I can find the Joker. Where is Bane? White Men Can't Jump is a good movie. Woody Harrelson was great in White Men Can't Jump. Then I'm calling him this. Wesley Snipes was not. Wesley Snipes is a good actor. But I ain't never seen him act. I've seen Samuel L. Jackson stretch himself in roles. And I know he's gonna end up cussing in every role. It seems like he's gonna play the same thing, but he's been a radio DJ, he's been a crackhead, he's been the wise sage, he's been all kinds of stuff. Okay, Money Train. Who watched that? Who, other than you, Michelle? Who in here can really say they sat down and watched Money Train? I don't even know what that film is about. Who can sit there and say they watched Money Train? I don't think for all the movies that Wesley's been in, I don't think Wesley's ever won any award. He's not a critically acclaimed actor. The best acting that he did was when he acted like he was gonna pay his taxes. That's the best acting Wesley Snipes has ever done. Wasn't he in Mo Better Blues? See, when you got to try to remember, you gotta try to remember, was he in Mo Better Blues? Was that him? I think he was. He might be a Mo Better Blues guy. He was in Mo Better Blues. He was in Mo Better Blues. But here's the whole thing. You had Wesley Snipes and Denzel Washington in Mo Better Blues. You had both of them. That was at that time, that was black movie excellence. That was the epitome. That movie, as far as actors, as far as black actors in a film, was the equivalent of what Creed 3 was when you put both Michael B. Jordan and the one that went crazy in the same movie. The one that married Megan Good. What's that boy's name? Y'all know who I'm talking about. Jonathan Majors. That was a black excellence movie. That was Jonathan Majors and Michael B. Jordan was the equivalent. That was the equivalent for that time. For that time. Because you got to remember at that time, all the women loved Denzel, all the women loved Wesley Snipes. You put both of them in the same movie. Mo Better Blues should have been one of the greatest movies of our time. Should have been a box office success. Wesley Snipes underrated. What we know Wesley Snipes for, we know Wesley Snipes less for being acting and more for being the epitome of blackness. Wesley Snipes is what we know as black. If you want to say somebody is black, you be like, you Wesley Snipes black. That's what Wesley Snipes is known for. That's how black Wesley Snipes is. And I'm not taking away from it because, you know, for a long time, Wesley Snipes, women was loving them some Wesley. I'm about to wipe my camera. For a long time, ladies love Wesley. Like they was really digging Wesley. He was top of the game. Ladies, you can't tell me you ain't never had no little Wesley Snipes crush. And that was big because of how black he was. Denzel won't black enough. Denzel was still kind of brown. He won't black. Now you got Idris. Idris is super black and people like Idris. But for a long time, you couldn't be black and sexy. You had to choose one. You remember when they did, he was in the movie New Jack City. Let's look at New Jack City. The two people who was considered sexy were Christopher Williams and Alan Payne, and both of them was light-skinned. G Money and that pretty from the bank. That's what he's most known for. He brought Dark Brothers back. But I don't even know if we were back. You had to have been there to be back. Who was the dark brother that was in before him? There won't no dark brother that was in. There won't never no dark. That was our dark-skinned moment. He's a dark-skinned revolutionary. If Wesley catches you in a dark corner for this, I might have to play lookout because you hating a little bit, right? I'm not hating. How am I hating? First of all, if Wesley catches me in a dark corner, I'm not going to see Wesley. I'm not. Who's going to see Wesley? Who sees Wesley Snipes in a dark corner? Nobody. So last night I had my monthly comedy show. I do a monthly comedy show at this place called Taylor Smoke in Newport News. It's actually a great time. If you actually come out, it is a great time. Now, I get what people say. It's during the middle of the week. It's a Wednesday. It's a work night. People that live on the south side don't like going to the peninsula on a work night because they act like you got to drive so far. A 30-minute drive. 30 minutes. That's all it is. Come out and have a good time. There's drinks. There's drinks. There's food. The food is excellent in Taylor Smoke. The drinks are great in there. You'll have a good job. A good time. You have a great time. That is my monthly room. I do it on the last Wednesday of every month at Taylor Smoke. It's a great time. Black woman owns a business, so I'm supporting black women at the same time. Just a great time. I always have a couple of comics scheduled, and it's become a spot where comedians in the area, they just show up and go up. If you're a comedian in the area, you show up on that Wednesday, I'm not going to pay you, but I'll give you time to get up and tell your jokes. So if you got something new you want to work on, perfect time to come and work on something new. I'm talking perfect time. But it is a comedy show. It is a comedy show. The show last night started at 8 o'clock. So we're in the middle of the show. I'm on stage. Now, there's not a huge area in there. There's not a lot of stage area for you to go through. It's a small, intimate setting. So everybody becomes part of the show. If you ever come to the comedy show, I'm not even going to lie to you. I pretty much speak to everybody. I'm going to ask you questions like, where you from? Because I'm the host. That's my job as a host, to warm the people up to the room, let them have a good time. So I'll come in. I'm going to ask you, where you from? Hey, are y'all married? Are y'all together? What do you do for a living? It really becomes a personal thing. We all talk. So last night, I'm in the middle of telling the joke, and a guy comes in late. Guy comes in late, very dark skin, extremely dark. Darkness enters the room. There's a total eclipse on my right-hand side. I can't help but notice him come in. He comes in. He got a little teeny string braid. He got the little struggle braids. I don't know if y'all ever seen when guys had a little braids, they try to make it like a full mop on the top. But it's like when you got to take a mop and it's time for you to throw it away. When that mop is mopped, his last mop, it ain't but a few strings on there. That's what he got. So he walks through, and I speak to the brother. First of all, I speak to the brother, and his energy coming back is, you don't know me, don't talk to me. He came in real Fantasia. If you don't want me, then don't talk to me. And first of all, sir, you don't get that. You don't get that. You see, not the scalp braids is hilarious. You see me up here with a microphone in my hand. You see that something is happening. And to be fair, there's always something going on in that spot. They had karaoke going on. They got all kinds of stuff. So the chances are, if there's a microphone in a crowd, that is some kind of performance. You walked in on comedy night. On comedy night, there will be jokes told. He came in, face all balled up. I spoke to him. The way that he spoke back, I was like, nah, I ain't gonna mess with bro. And I said that on the mic. And I said, no, I ain't gonna mess with bro. Look like bro having a bad day, just coming in to release himself, just try to get him a couple of drinks, feel better. And he turns around, no, nigga, I'm having a good day. Well, excuse me. Now, here's the thing with me. And if anybody's been around me, first and foremost, I'm gonna talk my talk. I ain't afraid. I was born in Colorado, but raised in Portsmouth. To quote some of the great Negro poets of Portsmouth, my heart don't pump no Kool-Aid. I can see the brother's worked out, and the reason why I know is because he got on a distressed T-shirt and a jacket. You can see it looked like he had already been in 2 fights that day. So his T-shirt is tore up. Blah 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 blah. So he turned around and hit me with the no, nigga, I'm having a good day. I was like, okay. So now I got to retort, because what you're not gonna do is punk me in front of my crowd. You're not gonna do it. You're not gonna punk me in front of my crowd. So I had a couple of snazzy comebacks to him, and I tried to move on until he told me to shut my fat A up. That's what he told me. He told at my show, while I got the mic, he told me to shut my fat A up. And then that's when I released upon him. I'm not going. Kels was there. Kels saw it all. She's still in the room. Kels Morton was there. I had to go. I unleashed a barrage upon that young man. It won't even fair what I did to him. It got so bad, he had to just leave. He was just like, I gotta go. I'm talking about once he told me to shut up and he called me fat, it was time to go. It got so bad, people in the audience was telling me what to joke on. They were like, joke on his hair. They were pointing like, joke on his hair. Joke on his hair. And here's what's funny about me. This is what I always tell people about me. It's not even me you got to ever worry about. Because even in the audience, I had killers in the audience. Like trained, like military trained killers. Not even just, and even though one of them is named Ray Ray, but not just Ray Ray and them. I'm talking about people who have been trained to kill. And they told me after the show, if he had made an aggressive move toward the stage, the night would have got bad for him. The DJ is with me. My wife is there. She looking. She done moved her drink to the side. It would have got rough. But I almost got in a fight with Passenger 57. He came in there. I couldn't believe the attitude that young man took. He came in, and Kel said he was angry for no reason. He came in, I don't know if he broke up with his girl in the car. I don't know what it was. But I'm going to tell you what didn't happen. His night did not improve. If he was having a bad night, it got worse. It got 1,000% worse after he told me to shut up. After he told me to shut my fat A up, I was like, and now I got to cut you. And I don't normally use my powers for evil. If anybody else see me do comedy, even when I pick with the crowd, I don't go at you to be hard. I don't go at you to hurt your feelings. Kel said he slid down the wall when he got home. I don't even know where he went. He just disappeared for the rest of the night. We ain't even see him. I don't know if he left. He went out the back door. I don't know what it was. And it's so funny is because I do the show in there monthly. So now all the waitresses are cool with me. Like, it's a whole situation. And I think he tried to go to the waitresses for some solace. And they were like, nah, cuz you brought this on you. You just gonna have to sit here and take this. Lord said the DJ is street trained, but I'm trying to be a better person. But that could have got bad. It would have got bad. I don't think he knew that he was messing. Here's the thing. Sometimes you be like, oh, there's one wasp. It's one wasp. I'm going to go swipe at this one wasp. And you don't realize the wasp nest is right there. You just be like, oh, this one solo wasp. And you know what? You might get a good swipe off and hit that wasp. Waka. And then I ain't even see him leave. And I looked. Now I ain't gonna lie to you. My antennas was on for the rest of the night. Everybody that came in, I was looking. Everybody dark skinned that came in, I like that might be his brother because I was making sure. But what he wasn't gonna do was he won't go sneak up on me. My street senses had kicked in. I ain't seen him go back out the door because I kept looking. Even when I left, I was like, dear Lord, please don't let me have to go grab my cousins, Mr. Smith or Mr. Wesson. And people say it all the time. People don't understand that even as a comic, you got to be prepared because you don't know what's going on in these streets. I don't have no entourage that I walk around with. I don't have a whole lot of people that I'm with. You know, like some people keep a big guy with them. I don't have no security guard. I got Mr. Torres. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Every now and then you can act up when you see me in these streets. And I joke, and when I joke, and the whole thing about it is these jokes to me, I don't even think about them no more. You can act up if you want to. you can act up if you want to. You can act up if you want to. And then she makes sure she ain't gonna miss. She ain't gonna miss. It can be dark outside. You can do all that, and she ain't finna miss. And just a friendly reminder. I've had comics before that got mad. Comics be like, I had a comic one time that was posting online how he was gonna punch me in the face when he saw me. I was like, and a punch in the face I'm ready for. The only thing here's the thing, I can't get punched in the face because my glasses cost too much. If I got my contacts on, we can go through a brouhaha. I'm not afraid of it. We can go through a brouhaha. Now that comic has seen me multiple times and has yet to punch me in my face. I just maybe it was just a act of fiction that he posted when he put it online. He was like, I'm just going. I think he just put that up there for his followers. He's like, next time I see him, I'm gonna punch him in the face. And I was like, I'm waiting on that. There's always somebody trying to mess up the energy because everybody else that came through, they was fine. People came in late. Mr. C came in late. I talked to Mr. C. And I even bought Mr. C a drink. Now, I'm going to ask the ladies this because I don't generally buy people drinks. When my wife will say that's a lie. I'm super friendly when I go out. If we out, I'm always paying for somebody something. And my wife, matter of fact, last time we went somewhere, I seen a guy. My wife and I went out to brunch. and we went to a brunch spot, and I seen a gentleman there that I knew, and I said, "Hey man, I got you, man. Don't worry about it. Your bill is on me." And he was like, "No, I got my family with me," and I was like, "No, I got you." And he's like, "No, you ain't got to do it." My wife's like, "Listen, don't argue with him. Just let him do it. He gonna do it anyway. So just go ahead and let him do it." I mean, I like doing stuff like that. People always, Tam always talks about, you always doing stuff people you don't, and you don't say nothing about it. I don't. I prefer to be kind of Robin Hood anonymous about it. For example, here's something that I might even suggest next year to a lot of the brothers. The other day, I went in. I love the fact that I talk to people on both sides. Like when we start talking about back to school. Good morning, Pastor Shy. We start talking about back to school. A lot of times people give and back to school. One of the things you see a lot of times is free haircuts, free hairdos, right? The barbers go out and they cut hair for kids in the community, and the ladies go out and do hair. Well, some of the fellas too. I mean, people, barbers, trained, because I was like, both of them do both. Ladies and gentlemen do both. They go out, they get haircuts to the kids. They go out and do hair. Just, I don't know if I can let a man pay for my meal while I'm with my family. Nah, that's a get whole family. I know the whole family. I know the wife, the kids. I know all of them. Like I know them, right? Not biblically, but I know them. I know every year barbers give haircuts. Here's the thing about barbering. When you give your haircut, you really have lost money. Like those barbers, y'all don't think about the fact that they lose money with every haircut they give. When they spend that day giving out haircuts, those barbers not getting that money back. They will never get that dough back. They lose that money altogether. So I always think about it. I had one barber one time who said, I would rather give away money than my craft. And it hit me so hard because it's the same thing with me. If I go out and I do a show for somebody, somebody's calling me and I don't know who it is. If I go out and I do a show for somebody, I can't get that money back. I went out and I did the show. I would rather give you a donation than to give you my talent that I'm not getting back. And that's what that guy said. As a barber, we have a talent. When we go out and give a free haircut, I'm giving away my talent. I'd rather give money away. And I was like, cool. I'm going to suggest this next year. So this year, I was talking to my barber, and he was like, man, we ain't do no free haircuts this year because we really lose money. He said, and those people don't even come back. He was like, those people don't even come back and get another haircut with us. They one and done. We give them that free haircut. It's not like they come in for the rest of the year getting haircuts from us. They won and they done. So what happens with my barber is my barber usually cuts my hair. I usually just send him the money on Cash App. So this time he cut me and my son's hair. I sent him the money on Cash App. I then came back and sent him an additional amount of money. And I was like, hey, use this money to give people free haircuts. Don't tell them that they're getting their haircut free. When they get there and they done, it might be a mom that looks like she's struggling, a dad that looks like he's struggling. When he's done, just be like, boom, hey, somebody already paid for this haircut. You good. That way, the person is getting that free haircut and the barbers don't lose their money. Pastor, I said one year we were trying to see if we could pay the barbers to cut hair for free. I see, like I like that. I like that system. I think next year when we do back to school, I'm gonna tell all the guys, I'm gonna go on a campaign with the guys and maybe even the ladies too. You go to your beautician and be like, hey, how much does it cost? And it gets a little high for the ladies, so that might be a struggle. Y'all could just pay for like a wet and wavy or a wash. Be like, hey, look, I'm gonna pay for you. Somebody come in, wash their hair. He go, I don't know how much it costs to get your hair washed. I'm gonna tell the guys, hey man, go in and pay for an extra haircut. When you go to get your haircut today, pay for 2. And tell your barber, hey, yo, look, take care of somebody. Now I'm gonna need the barbers to be trustworthy. I'm gonna need the barbers to be trustworthy. I'm gonna need the barbers, if they come in and they pay for somebody else's haircut, I need you to be giving them away free. Don't just be like, oh, look, I came up. So I might need to vamp that system. But I like doing stuff like that, man. I like it. It can be difficult. It can be difficult. You got to trust that barber. And I trust my barber. I trust my barber. It can be difficult because people don't trust good things anymore. People don't trust good things anymore. Every now and again, I'll go in the grocery store. I see an old lady in there, and I can see that old lady struggling. I can see that old lady struggling. She got that can of Vienna sausages and some crackers, and she's counting out change. Now, she might be a millionaire in real life. I don't know. She might be a millionaire in real life, and she might just be penny pinching. But when I see that old lady in the store and she's struggling, I'll be like, you know what? Just throw that on there. If you ever want to see how untrusting old people are, do that. That lady ain't gonna let you pay for it. She gonna get in her feelings. She gonna be looking at you crazy. She gonna be like, huh? You paying for my stuff? Be like, yeah, I got you. I'm gonna pay for that. She ain't gonna just let it fly. She gonna be like Denzel and not let you pay for her family in front of let another man pay for it. And that's crazy. Now, Denzel, I'm gonna go back to this. You said I can't let another man pay for my meal if I'm with my family. You'll let a lady do it? I don't understand. That's too much. Let me ask my wife. Hun, if we go out to eat and somebody pay for our food, do I look like less of a man because I let another man pay for our food? My wife said, no. Yeah, I know, hun. We just got finished saying that's what I said, that I pay for people's food all the time. But one of the guys was like, I can't let no other man pay for my food if I'm with my family.
Whatever. If you want to, what's the problem?
He said that's on your woman at that moment. No, I don't see the problem in it. I didn't say anything wrong, but people give me a different point of view on the show. That's why I had the show. Pastor Shy, you watching, you and Rebecca. It depends on who the man is. Yeah, it can't be no situation like in Dead Presidents when Cuddy was coming by and I laid a little something on your wife because I see you struggling. It's got to be in the way that is done. Yeah, but and I don't remember Dead Presidents, the movie. I know you don't pay attention to movies like that. But in Dead Presidents, while he was at war, the dude was coming by, and I know he was sliding him a little more than money. But other than that, you can't come through and be like, hey, man, I got you. You can't come and flex in front of me. But other than that, if it's just we friends, Pastor Mike paid for ours when you had the fun. Right, Pastor Mike, that's the kind of thing he does. I know Bishop seen people. One of my funniest memories I ever had with my mom. Me and my mom went to International House of Pancakes in Virginia Beach. That's how you know this is a long time. Me and my mom went to International House of Pancakes and we were eating, and Pharrell was in there. Pharrell was in the IHOP. And so I seen Pharrell and I went and spoke to him. We and him spoke, man. He asked me how I was doing. I was like, man, I'm doing good. He was doing good. So at the end, when it was time, Pharrell left. He left out before we did. And so when it was time to get our check, the lady was like, oh, no, Pharrell paid for y'all. My mom was just flabbergasted. Her flabbers were gasted. She had no idea. She was like, he paid for our food too? Because in my mama's mind, paying for 2 tables of people is just way too much. Especially in IHOP. IHOP to my mama was high class eating. So if you done pay for 2 tables, how can you do that? I said, no, mom, fine. She's like, he sure he can do that? I was like, I think he can afford it, mom. And my mom was like, well, I hope he's successful. My mama said she hoped that Pharrell was successful. And I was like, hey, you know what, man, he do all right. She like, I think he gonna be okay. I was weak. Yeah, you got now. Now here's the thing. Now there's an art to it. There's an art to it. There's an art to it because there's pressure put on the person when you say I'm an order. There's pressure. There's an art to it. Usually, what you do is you let that person order first. Then you tell the waitress I'm paying for it. Because I'm gonna tell you, as far as I'm concerned, I can't take the pressure of knowing somebody's paying for my meal. If somebody tells me beforehand that they're paying for my meal, it's gonna completely change what I was gonna order. Because if I was going to order the most expensive thing on the menu, now I can't because somebody else is paying for it. So now I got to come down and just get a side salad and a water. I'm just be like, you know what? I'm just gonna get a side salad and a water because I don't know. I don't want to look like, oh man, he ran the bill up because he knew I was paying for it. So now I'm gonna leave the restaurant hungry. I'm not very good at when other people are gonna pay. And they be like, I'm paying for it. I was like, Even when, and this is true, like when we're on tour, when I'm on tour with Kev on stage, you definitely changed what you were drinking that night. You're like, it was a blessing and a curse. When we go on tour with Kev, after the show, Kev pays for everybody to eat. We go out to eat, and it don't matter where it is because Kev is rich in houses and land. Kev is like, I'm paying for everybody to eat. And I watch what I order. My wife was with us one time on the tour, and she was hot with people. My wife like, they order the food and they ain't even eating all of it. That man paying for it. I'm like, hey, hun, they got to understand it. But Kev does that. He just orders appetizers for the table. We be like, we ain't never had these. Just give us.
Order what you want because number one, he got the money. Number two, that's the tax write-off. He getting all that back. Order what you want. Now, the order food and waste it, that's different.
You see that? That's what I go through. Now is order what you want. I can't win. I'm just gonna do the word of the day and get out of here. Cause that's why I almost got in that fight with Wesley Snipes last night. Cause people's attitudes be crazy. She out here with her back out. When she got her back out energy is crazy. I ain't even gonna lie. When my wife got her back out, she a whole different person. Put your back away. Cover your back up. You're so much nicer. And Birkenstocks are ugly, hon. I ain't even gonna lie to you. They're horrible. I hate them. Huh? Are they really that comfortable though, hon?
I mean, they're all right. I can wear them outside unless I'm running to the store type of. Maybe I should put them on like with outfits.
Oh, okay. The word of the day is southpaw. Now, it says the definition of southpaw up here is a left-handed pitcher in baseball, which is a left-handed baseball pitcher, which is very true. But they also really, I think it's become indicative of anybody that's left-handed is a southpaw. If you do whatever, if you box left-handed, you consider the boxer a southpaw boxer. Left-handed pitcher, southpaw is what it is. I don't know why that's considered. I don't know why your right hand is considered your north and your left is considered your south, but southpaw. Southpaw is the word of the day. Man, it's Thursday. It's really the beginning of the weekend, really, for a lot of people, man. This is when people really begin. They turn up on the Thursday. Big shout outs, man. A lot of the high school football teams are getting back into action today, starting with their JVs. And I think even a couple of varsity programs might be playing today. So big shout outs to the teams that's getting back out there playing football. My kids are playing on Tuesday. They'll have their first game. They got their blue and white scrimmage on Saturday, so I'm looking forward to that. Big shout outs to Chick-fil-A, who's sponsoring the football team's meal. Man, I'm excited about that too, and that's a man that's paying for our food, and ain't nobody got no problem with it. That's what's happening there. I think I disappeared for a second. So big shout outs to Chick-fil-A for doing that. Well, yeah, get ready to go. I thought that there was gonna be some sports today that started. I think I think even college football starts today. They either start today or tomorrow. No, college football starts their season today. Real live games. You got Maine versus Towson, Stony Brook and Delaware State. Big shout outs to HBCUs. Mercyhurst versus Youngstown State. Ohio Dominican versus Moorhead State, which seems like the school to go to. Bluefield versus Tusculum. Virginia State plays today. Virginia State plays Barton today. Wingate and UNC Pembroke. Kentucky Wesleyan plays Kentucky Christian. Grand Valley State, University of Charleston. So a variety of college games today. If you're into that kind of stuff, if you're really into football, today's a good day to watch some football. UVA Wise is playing today. Mississippi Valley State. I don't see any big name schools playing today, but you can get yourself a little taste of college football starting today on a Thursday. They got the school going up on a Thursday. So you can go there. Rocky Mountain plays the University of Mary. That's going to be a big game. Big game. Everybody be tuned in to that one. I'm lying. Nobody's going to be tuned into that one. But I know me, I'm going to end up watching 6 o'clock, hun. I'm going to be in front of the TV. So I can start watching some of these games. I think I'm going to watch Stony Brook and Delaware State just to get a good chance of some football in my system. I'm ready. LeBaron said, baby boy starting on varsity this year, 6'4", 14-year-old beast. Man, big shout out. First game tomorrow. Let us know highlights. Get us some stats. Send me a video when he make that big play. I'll share it with everybody. It's completely different. I'm not even trying to be that guy. But for a lot of guys, man, when that son starts that first football game, man, that's a good feeling. Now, if he starts as a cheerleader, different. You don't have that same pride. I have yet to run across that brother with that same pride for their son that made the cheerleading squad. He won't tell any of his friends when the games are. He be like, I heard your son is on the team, win the games. You know what? I think they canceled the season. You still love your son, but it's a kick to your manhood when he makes that cheerleading squad over the football team. When he makes that gymnastics team, you be like, yeah. I'll meet y'all later, Snoop. It's just gonna be rough. That you just be like, you with it, but you just like, am I lying? Your son come home, he be like, hey man, you knew it was the first day of practice. He be like, hey man, Dad, I made a team. And you gotta like, you made a team because you're gonna be shocked. You be like, hey man, maybe my son's a kicker or something. You be like, man, which team you make? Cheerleading. You like, And you gonna go support him because you love your son. But at the same time, you probably just not gonna call all your family and friends. Like, you know, we were different. We didn't care. We didn't care about people's feelings back when we were playing. We had a guy, a friend of ours still. He's still a friend of ours to this day. But the only reason he was on the team was because they just didn't cut people. But we always used to use his helmet. They didn't even give him a helmet for games. They were just he know he won't gonna get in because he ain't even get no helmet. He won't get no helmet. He won't get no helmet. Been there. My G-son was a cheer. See, that doesn't help. That doesn't help. Cheer boy don't help. Really rough for my husband. I get it, Delisa, but just say he was on the cheer team. Saying that he was a cheer boy don't help. That don't make it no better. That's probably what was making it rough for your husband. You kept saying, man, come on, see your grandbaby. You know he's a cheer boy. No, don't call him that. You ain't had to say his name, Lacelle. That's a good phrase, a friend. Lacelle, you're not allowed to say that. Not in today's climate. You can't say I'm gonna knock his head loose. A cheer boy is crazy. That is great. Cheer wine is delicious. Cheer boy. Not the same thing. You can't say he's a cheer boy. Is that what they're technically called? You go get me canceled. You go get me canceled, Delisa. Cheer boy. My G-son was a cheer boy. Really rough on my husband. And I get it, but I don't think we can use the term cheer boy. I think that's against sensitivity training. I'm gonna have to go to HR. I'm going to HR. I'm gonna check, and I'll be back after I talk to the HR and see if I'm allowed to say cheer boy, because that is, you typed it, but I don't. Okay, I'm out, man. Y'all have a fantastic day, man. Make somebody feel good today, even if it happens to be that dude that tried to fight me last night, or or yourself. That's what me and my other son called him before the G-son became one. Oh, okay. See what happened? Y'all out there picking on the cheer boys. And then next thing you know, Grandma! Next thing you know, Grandma! You coming to my grandma? You like, I didn't know you played football. Dad, I'm a cheer boy. No. And you gotta take it, like, as a dad, you gotta take it with a grain of salt. You gotta stay in there strong. He come home, you gotta be like, hey man, I support. Yes, you gotta act like you happy he made a team. Dad, guess who's Westbrook High's newest cheer boy? Me. And you be like, yes, go cheer. And then you be trying to do stuff. I can see dads trying to make the cheer more manly too. You be like, yeah, my son leads the team in assists. You like, an assist? You talking about lifting the girls up? That's not a real stat, sir. Nail it. I don't know. Now, I ain't even gonna lie, the dudes that just be doing the hold-ups, they some strong dudes. Like, you don't really want to fight them. And I don't think those are cheer boys. I think those are just guys on the cheer team. They like the strength guys. They be like, "Arr." I think you can deal with that. His daddy did well with supporting him. I was proud. You got to, at the end of the day, it's your son. At the end of the day, you're going to love your son. End of the day, point blank. A lot of people want, like, there's levels. Like, there's levels to your pride. Like, you proud of him for making a team. You proud of him for being a starter. You super proud of him for being a star athlete. Bench rider is rough. You still go out there and you silently are praying for like a twisted ankle for the star running back. If you know your kid is not even second string, you kind of hoping like the pregame meal gave everybody except your kid diarrhea. You be like, oh man, all the running backs got diarrhea. They can't play today. I got to get my son in. You still go. If you know your child is riding the bench and don't even really have a chance of getting in the game, do you go anyway? That's a hard one. Do you go and support, especially football? Because football is an all-weather sport. I'll go watch my son ride the pine in basketball. It's climate control. I ain't worried about nothing. It's nice in here. Give me a couple snacks. I get to watch a game. Football, I'm outside. Mosquitoes, bugs, it's cold. And he ain't getting in the game at all. Do you still go? Do you still go to the game if you know your child ain't gonna get in? What if your child is the water boy? Do you go and support the water technician? Do you go support the water technician? Do you go and be like, you the only one keep yelling, take a timeout, coach. Timeout right here. They be like, man, why? We don't need a timeout, coach. Let me see my boy get in the game. Denzel said, my parents drove 3 hours of Fort Union games to watch me not even touch the field. Right, you at least get to watch the football. You like, hey, my son ain't playing, but I get to watch the other people that I enjoy. I enjoy the game. I guess that's just how you got to take it. You become a fan of the team. You become a fan of the team. I'm with it. All right, I took y'all too long, man. Make sure y'all make somebody feel good today, man. Cheer boy or not, man. Cheer somebody on. Yeah, if he on the state championship, he still get a ring. He still get a ring. Still get a ring. Man, make somebody feel good today, even if that somebody just happens to be you. I'll be back on tomorrow, man. I appreciate y'all. Go cheer boys. Cheer boys are people too. It's just a horrible word. I'm out.
Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got Cletus Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Yeah, coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy show. Cletus Cassidy show. Funny Man, coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got that.